What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more Idle Heroes, and today we are back with the last video for the new Void coming out right now on the Chinese TapTap's test servers, but we will be getting it eventually. Again, probably somewhere between 2 weeks and 4 weeks, like somewhere in that range is my guess. Not official, just my personal guess. It's kind of based on what we've seen in other releases in the past. Today we're going to be going over the Door of Foreign Lands. So this is the new actual PvE mode where you're using your heroes. Yeah, we're going to go through it. There's multiple difficulties as you progress as well. So let's jump into it. Let's jump over to Jimmy's video. Once again, guys, if you have not done it yet, go over, give Jimmy some support, give him a sub, and everybody say thank you very much to Jimmy because we have yet another video. If you guys remember, yesterday I said I didn't think we'd have a video of the PvE mode, but he was able to get it. So that's what we're going to review right now and go over. So let's jump on over to the video. Okay, so let's jump into it. The last place that we have to go over and explore for the time being, because again, yes, they're going to be adding tons of things to the Void as time goes on. But next up is the Door of Foreign Lands. So I think they go over the buffs real quick here. Let's jump ahead to right about here. This should be a good spot, so let's start watching here. So this right here is essentially the map that you get to see. It's a lot like a lot of the RTS games like Civ and stuff like that, where it's based on tiles that you move around. So you see up the top right there, that is essentially like your energy bar for you to actually do movement. Every fight, I believe, costs I think it's 5 resource. Let's watch through it because I think he pulls up the help menu and we can go over a few things as well. So what you're seeing here is we're on the first layer. Actually, no, we're on the second layer. I think they already did the first layer yesterday to see what it's like, but there are 5 layers. The goal is to get from the left side of your screen to the right side and then progress to the next floor down. So right now there are 5 floors. There's going to be a difficulty mode setting that you can do as you progress as well, which I think is really cool. Different areas are going to have different types of monsters, aka different enemies, different treasure chests, different random events as well. So you'll see as we go through some of these. The most of the ones you see here are going to be some basic fights you see. But the first 4, as you move over to the very last tile on the right, you are going to progress. So yes, every single tile has a different faction bonus advantage as well. Yep. So essentially, yeah, each area exploration consumes 5 glary energy. Not sure if that's what they're going to stick with from the light godstone. So yeah, you regain 1 point every 6 minutes as well. So that means essentially every half an hour you get do another fight, something like that. So it's going to take a bit. And then it does talk about sweeping down the bottom here as well. There is a way to auto set it where you basically say, yep, use all my energy, sweep as far as you can so I don't have to do the battles myself. And then it takes a while. You'll see at the very end of this video, it's it's a long while, but it's not like anything else, or it's not unlike other things in the game. So you get the energy back right there. So one thing to point out, you will notice on these tiles, there's different types of colors and there's also different types of icons. The ones that have these like normal looking monster faces, these are mainly the ones you'll see us go through today. These are just normal faction heroes, like in the Abyss one here, you're going to fight King Barton, Scaries, things like that. This mining one, which sadly they didn't go to, is actually one that gives a lot of bonus resources. The treasure chests, of course, have extra supplies, I believe. The monsters in the middle, this middle strip and the far right, are like bosses, so PvE boss mode type things. Not sure about a couple other ones. We got this little glowy stone here, and we have these kind of like gateways, I'm not sure, and of course a question mark. So there are going to be multiple different things to go over. Maybe if we get some better footage tomorrow, I'll show you a little bit more of it as well. But as you can see down the bottom left, actually you can't see it, sorry guys. So right here right under me, there is this icon up here, this void erosion circle right where my face is. So essentially it is set to 11. By default, it is at 10. This is going to be essentially like your modifiable difficulty counter. So if you do change the difficulty in the middle of fighting things, The enemies don't recover health between fights, so if you have to hit them multiple times, that's fine. It just uses more energy. But if you change the difficulty, they will restore health back up to full. So in the beginning, this is going to be very easy for a lot of players. Newer players might struggle as well, but you can change your difficulty here based on how far you've progressed in this. So you can only cap it at, you can't go any higher than what you've been able to be given, but it can go all the way up to 100. Right now it's 11. It's very easy, but it can go up. The void bag. So this is where your passive buffs are going to be listed in case you want to check them out and see what they are. Right here, there's a couple. Increases total damage to backline heroes, increases all damage by 10%, things like that. Yeah, so it's pretty interesting. You will see here there are different, when you go in here, when you check, you can see what the bonus is. So power of time space, aka it's for the void heroes, the new void space. I think they're calling them like space time heroes. Not sure if that's what it's going to be on live as well, but heroes of the time space faction increase their health by 30% and attack by 15%. So if you go in there with like your void Shia, you'll do more damage. If it says Abyss and you put Abyss heroes in, they'll do more damage, have more health, things like that. Not a huge deal, but yeah, you enter to go into it. You hit shutdown to leave. This one here, they actually already did some of the fights, but you will always come across 5 teams that you have to go up against and fight. Not sure if there's like secrets around the map or anything like that. I think the ones with treasure chests, you might have to look around a little bit more, but there's not too much to do with the maps as far as I know. It's mainly movement, and then you see the enemies on your map. These are different encounters depending on who you're going up against. I mean, it doesn't really, it's kind of random. There's some synergy to it, but as you see here, you have some rewards. You're going to be going up against an Abyss team because you got King Bart in there. These rewards down the bottom scale with a couple different things. But first off is this Transcendence Crystal. This is the one that you need to collect 5 million of to get the Sword Flash Shia. I keep messing the name up. I don't remember if it's Flash Sword Shia or Sword. I think it's Sword Flash Shia. Good Lord, tongue twister. But this is the one you're going to want to collect. You don't start getting that many at the beginning. As you see here, you're only getting 316 per. And then, of course, this one, the Star Shards, will have a specific hero on that. This one is Shia. That is to do what we showed you, I believe, on Friday with the Shia video, where it went over and showed you exactly the power-up tree, that like galaxy spiral that you saw. This resource right here is going to let you power up your void heroes and unlock that secondary tree there. So that is going to be something you need to collect. Not quite sure what and how many you need of it specifically. Yeah, is what it is. Extra gold, extra spirit. It scales up the further difficulties you go. The higher difficulties you set, the lower tier, as in level. If you're down to level 5, you're going to get more as well. You can set up your team. You can change your team every battle. So if for some reason you go up against a boss and you want to throw in like a Heart Watcher, you're not locked in on a team. You can change this anytime and just, yeah, you'll be in a good spot. So I'll show you the combat. Is very, very much just like the Tower of Oblivion combat in this mode. There's a couple different modes where, of course, you'll have a boss monster that you have to fight instead. But again, you got to remember, this is pretty much a full E5 team. You see a lot of them are already leveled up to 345 as well. You have to remember one thing. This is a very easy setting we're on. We're only at Erosion 11 out of 100, and we're only on Layer 2 of 5 of Erosion 11. So is going to take quite a bit. I think every layer you beat, you can increase your erosion level by 1, which is why we are on level 2 right now, layer 2, and we have erosion level 11. 10 is the default, 11 is what we're at now. So every time you beat a layer, I think it lets you bump the erosion level up 1. So there's a long ways to go as far as difficulty goes. This might look easy. This might look like to you like, oh, this is a waste of time. It's way too easy, Barry. Way too easy. It's supposed to be easy in the beginning. It builds up the power. You have to defeat all 5 of the enemies to get to the exit portal here. Yeah, you can't sneak around. You can't go anywhere else. You have to go ahead. You have to fight the last King Barton wave. Same thing. You get the rewards down the bottom. And we will speed up here just a little bit. When you finally get the last victory, the portal opens up, that nice void portal. you can click on it and leave and head on back, and then you can pick on the next tile to move forward with. So that is pretty good. You can check it out, see what the bonuses are. I think you do want to go to the ones with like the mining axes and the monsters, the actual boss monsters, because they give the best rewards if you're strong enough to do it. It really depends, I think, on how powerful your team is. If you're an end game player, you're just going to want to go for the most powerful, lucrative option there is. Yeah, pretty much. So you can pick your path. You can go different directions. Let's speed through this a little bit. It goes through a couple different fights here. You can kind of see there's a bunch of enemies. Jump on through. Let's get out of this one here. So just like the other one, once you get to the final, you beat all five waves of that tile. You then get to leave through the exit portal. You're good to go. Head on out and you get to pick the next one. So there's a couple other things we do want to go over here. They do go through one more stage. If you want to see all the stages that have done so far, you can go to Jimmy's video. I'll put a link in the description. But I want to show you one more thing in this video, and that is the smash, set, and the sweep route. So he's going to exit. I think he just looks around. He exits back to the main screen here, and then we go over the sweep auto smash. So this is probably what we're going to do in the long run when we're tired of actually playing the mode. We're like, no. We don't want gameplay. We want resources. We want things now. This is probably what we're going to be doing. You can smash a set, consume all your energy, and it'll work through all the tiles for you. So yeah, it sounds like it sweeps at 1 energy per minute. So if you smash all 83, it's going to take 83 minutes to go through and smash them all. But you can do this sweep route and pick your own route. If you want to make sure it auto goes through a certain path, you want to make sure you hit the really rare ones. And then if you want to clear those out, you just uncheck them and move your way back. Then you can do the sweep right here. You can go through it. It will pass through yeah, so I think what this is saying here, just to let you guys know, pass through the current layer will end the sweeping prematurely. So what it's going to do is it's only going to sweep as far as the end of the current layer that you're on. It's not going to continue on layer 3 and keep on going ahead. So it's essentially saying once we get to the end, it's going to pause. It's not going to keep auto completing for you. So he's going to go ahead and do this, set the team up for the auto smash, essentially. It's kind of interesting because, yeah, he just did 83 energy worth, and it looks like it's going to take 1 hour and 23 minutes, which is 83 minutes. So, yeah, feel sorry for the friend because he's got to go through it all. But, yep, he has to wait to do anything else in this mode until the sweeping is done, essentially. So it's kind of like sending your heroes out on a mission. You can't do anything with them until the mission completes, until it ends. So yeah, you're kind of stuck. So that's it for the battle review, the battle preview of the Door of Foreign Lands. Hoping we get some more footage probably tomorrow when he has energy again. We can Jimmy can probably jump on there, do a couple of extra things. I think it's gonna be fun. I want to see what the boss's interaction look like. I've seen some screenshots of the boss, and they're like, I think they're actually the puppets from what I've noticed. The puppets are actually bosses, which is kind of cool. But I want to see what happens once you get to layer 5, things like that. Increase your erosion level. I want to see the difficulty factor of this. But on the positive side, guys, is it does sound like they're going to be adding a ton of more stuff to the Void as the year goes on. This is not it. As you see, we already have the Sacred Monument of Heroes. We don't really know what that does yet. And yeah, we're those of us in the IHCCP, we are trying to actually push, because I know a lot of you guys are afraid that everybody's going to be just building 6 Void hero teams as soon as we have 6 different Void heroes out. We're trying to push to make sure that you can only have something like 1 Void hero per team in PvP. Having 1 Void hero as like a team leader, I think, is a cool idea with 5 other heroes. I think that would be awesome. Moving to like a 6 Void hero PvP meta sounds really lame. Really boring because it makes all the other heroes that aren't Void heroes pretty close to useless if they are going to be at a higher power level as well. So yeah, don't worry guys, we're going to be voicing all your concerns. If you have any concerns as well that we haven't touched base on, leave it in the comments right here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button too. We're going to be doing some subscriber only giveaways coming up again as well. Tomorrow there's going to be a video for some CD keys, so look forward to that. That's going to be for subscribers as well. And let me know what you think about it so far. So don't worry, we are passing feedback along to the developers. We're trying to make sure that this is a fun, cool, powerful thing, but not to the point where it makes everything else irrelevant. So let me know what you guys think. I'll definitely post more videos of this as we get more previews, and I'll see you guys next time.